Hi, everybody. Welcome to lesson number 8. Here's a little bit of an overview on how to do well. Just a couple of things before we begin. I know that I got some really nice feedback during the midterm part of the course. Thank you all for submitting those responses. I appreciate that and learn from those. I know that there were several comments made about how they wish the instructor had changed some of the due date mishaps and all those things in there. For the most part, those things have to be changed by the course design team, and people are in charge of that. But I appreciate that feedback, and I have pushed that up the chain. So you can say all you want in there; it does not offend me. I just want you to know that I would do what I could do. I did all I can do. I guess that makes sense. Anyway, um, with all of that, or at least all I know to do. And so they're going to work on that and try to get that all fixed, hopefully, for the next round of this course. So apologize for all of those little oopses that come with a new pilot kind of course. So anyway, that's just that little bit of little piece of info. Um, the course this week covers Article of Faith 7, the gift of tongues, prophecy, revelation, visions, healing, interpretation of tongues, and so forth. This ought to be a great one for this week. This lesson is simple. It's as simple as it gets. So you've got your basic truths here, the bullet points that go with all those. The learning goal focus this week is becoming a gospel scholar. Um, and so you just work on that. That's a little vague. Sometimes thinking about how to make that all happen, um, but you might want to just think about how is your gospel scholarship, um, and why do I need to be a gospel scholar? Just want to think about that. Anyway, some of the materials here that wonderfully, I think the hyperlinks will work. Happy day. And at least they all seem to work when I'm working through them. So you've got those, and that's another great blessing for today. You don't have to buy any books, materials for these classes. You can just click on them and off you go. That's wonderful. Um, Discussion boards, same as usual. First post by Tuesday night. The rest of your posts sometime at least after that. Uh, and make sure you've got 4 total. The posts have been excellent for the most part in this class. One of the best classes I've ever had. So with posts and what people have written. So keep up the good work there. There's a summary paper. You know how to do that. The end of week report. I think that's pretty straightforward, fair. And then the census project. Here are the full instructions for that. Um, for this one. This week, number 1, I'll take you right down in here. You do not need to submit anything this week. Got that? Okay, but there will be something due next week. So here are the instructions with this, and I'll go over them this week and for next. But your job in this one overall, you look at this. What role should or could or should modern revelation, including restoration, scriptures, church-wide revelation, and/or personal revelation, play in understanding and addressing some of today's world's problems? And then you got to demonstrate these 3 things here. And so that's pretty straightforward. I mean, I could go into a lot of detail and read all these to you, but I know you can read them. And nobody wants to watch a long video from a boring instructor. Anyway, so I'm just not going to read these to you. You can read them on your own. For this week, basically it's this. You folks in your group need to choose another appropriate related article of faith to explore. And then how do the insights found in the scriptures of the restoration provide deeper understanding and perspective of your team's issue and problem? And then include 2 restoration scriptures or quotes that demonstrate your claims. I mean, when I was putting this together, if I were putting this together, I would just put 1 and 2. I would answer these. I would copy these things into my document and put them just like that. Make it simple. It does not have to be pretty. In an online class, it's a matter of communicating what you're trying to say and what you're trying to answer, and you'll do well for the most part. Um, and then, if appropriate, explain how the truths in your 3 chosen articles of faith work together to strengthen and support each other in addressing the problem, not just how the articles of faith relate to each other. And then, of course, you don't need to submit anything this week. Then the report is found down here. So you'll need to answer these questions, and there's the word counts. I know everybody struggles at trying to keep them small, but there is a reason, I believe, they want them small, because you're wanting to uh, synthesize what you've talked about and discussed in your over the last couple of weeks. Now, there's a couple of the groups that don't seem to be functioning quite as well, and I will deal with those one on one. Those whose groups are going well, congratulations, thank you very much. If there are people in your groups who are non participants, I need to know, because their grades will be docked or they'll get zeros. Um, this is a class project. I know that sometimes there are difficulties that come into people's lives, and I understand that. But there needs to be a commitment to this class best you can, um, and figure out a way to make things happen. Um, I just think that it's important that we'd figure out ways to do the work that we've been asked to do, no matter what it is, whether it's an online class or a church calling or tasks at work. I was always felt strongly about that. That there's a way provided if we can figure out a way to make it happen. Um, and we think our way through it. If we're thinking there's a way to make it happen, even though it doesn't work. So at least does it work on paper. But I've seen that all the time in my life. Things will work out if you just show up. So, if you're having some struggles with that, let me know if it's just an impossible thing. But I will work on a couple of the groups that have some issues. And the rest of you, congratulations. Keep up the good work. So, anyway, I think that's all I've got to say about this. So, have a great week and keep on studying and learning about these great articles of faith. See ya.